So the Great British Summer continues. The fruits of my fellow allotment folk are in my face everywhere I look. And the obscure plants that I couldn't really tell apart from one another are now actually starting to resemble some things that I've seen in the supermarkets, which is quite nice. Meanwhile though, I'm still struggling to keep my camera upright.
Good afternoon everyone. So, thank you very much for joining me again. As you can see, the rain has not been great here. But today's mission is actually going to be going out to find some pallets. So I've spoken to a few of my local business owners that I know. People that I've spoken to have pointed me in some directions. Hopefully, one of those directions is fruitful today. I can see over here things are starting to get quite green again. So I'm going to have to start being quite quick in getting this covered up. Otherwise, I think I'm going to have my work cut out for me all over again. There are some new nettles coming through though, so I might try that nettle soup thing that Clarkson was on about. I feel like I've been watching too much of Jeremy's farm. I've almost started dressing like a bloody farmer as well. Also, thank you very much to a few of you that mentioned audio problems. I have now got myself a mic, so hopefully this is doing its job and blocking out some wind noise because it is pretty windy today. But yeah, hopefully next time you'll see me, I would have acquired some pallets, and then we'll get work started on sorting these heaps out and starting some composting going. That's the goal anyway. Let's see how things turn out. Yeah, fingers crossed I get some pallets today. So I've been very lucky to find what is essentially a pallet heaven. It's a roofing company, or a roof tiling company near me. And I think I might be able to pinch a couple of pallets from here, considering they're just piling them up, and I imagine they want to get rid of them. So I'm going to see what I can fit into the car. I've got a whole load of other stuff in the car at the moment. But yeah, let's see if I can get some bits and pieces in the boot and drive away with some. Right, I've managed to get 4 pallets in there, so by my estimation 3 sides and a floor. This last one looks pretty chunky and it looks pretty perfect for the floor, so hopefully nobody's going to miss it too much. But yeah, now to get all this stuff that's on the side back in and see if we can drive home without putting too much pressure on the tires. This car is not supposed to be built for this, so yeah, good luck to me on the way back. So this is me. These are the pallets, a shit ton of cardboard, a load of other crap that's not supposed to be in the car today, and yeah, I haven't actually told the guys, but I do know a few of them and they're always trying to get rid of pallets, so hopefully I won't end up in a pen somewhere for shoplifting pallets, which will be a horrible way to end up in the prison. What are you in for? I'll have to make up something a lot more serious. Anyway, well, here we are. So just as I said, I might get arrested. Someone came out and was like, have you asked the business owner if you're able to take this? I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. I didn't think I'd actually get anyone questioning me. I'm pretty sure this was just like a random person, like a cleaner or someone as well. So I did tell him that I had asked a couple of days before whether I could take it or not. But, you know, some people really like to assert some sort of authority. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of other crimes. If anything, I'm probably recycling. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you just always get those types of people, don't you? There's nothing that you can do about it. Well, hopefully he doesn't report my number plate to the police or something. Just try to be a little extra good citizen. Yeah, let's see. I'll keep you updated if I get a knock on the door.
from an officer anytime soon.
So I've just turned up at the allotment, and as you can see, there's some real grey skies. And I've got the full toolbox, rain, everything prepared for, hopefully. So I need to get this done because this is the only day I have to spare. Literally, just as I start to get work started raining. Luckily, got my golf umbrella. So let's open this up and speak to you in what is the finest Great British summer. I feel like I'm doing a weather forecast now. Tonight we have some cloudy rain. Yeah, I'd get fired on the first day. So yeah, I think I need to start getting some pallets. I've shown you the pallets, shown you what they look like. I've got some screws, I've got my toolbox. Hopefully I can start to get everything up and running again. I'm going to get very wet today, it looks like it. And there seems to be no way that I can avoid it because these grey skies have been following us around the whole day. Honestly, I feel like I've got short end of the bargain here. I feel like I've picked the worst plot on this allotment and in the worst year, and also the most busiest period of my life. But yeah, if I end up getting divorced, it's because of you guys, not me. Yeah, let's see where we end up. I've also just realized that this shirt is not very flattering. I just watched one of the videos back, and Jesus, feels like I've been doing the feeding for the new one. It's honestly not that big, man. Yeah, I think I'll start talking directly to the camera now, no more side angles, because that is not very flattering at all, and nobody wants to be seeing that on a big screen, at least. Yeah, so hopefully none of you are watching me on a 50-inch screen in your living room. Yeah, I need to get into shape again. Gym has been out of the window. That wasn't supposed to happen. So, got a loose structure. I think this is the best way to put it. I really do want that blue one on the ground because I think it's quite nice and sturdy, provides a good base. This one on the left seems to be a little taller than the other two for some strange reason. You know, I picked them up from the same place. But I think it'll do. I can't be asked cutting them down and trimming them down and get the saw out, especially out here. It's going to be a bit of a mission because there's no electricity and I don't have the electric ones, well, the battery ones anyway. So yeah, now I just need to figure out a way to do a guide hole and start screwing all of this together. I'm really hoping I'm still going to be able to move this after I've done what I needed to, because otherwise I'm screwed. And I really don't want to build it on top of the stinging nettles, as I said, because I'm just going to get stung the whole way through. So yeah, difficult situation to be in. But I think we should be able to get away without having any brackets in here. Although I do have some sitting somewhere from my garage, but they're supposed to be for sleepers. And I really don't want to spend 15-20 pounds worth of oxidized corner brackets on something that is just going to be rotting piles of grass. So yeah. Look, the billionaires flying off to their multiple $1 million mansions, pound mansions. Yeah, just on the top of the hill over there, you've got a house that's worth about £25 million. It's got its own helipad, all the rest of it. So this guy, around about 6:30 every day, I imagine, comes from the city of London into our area, into his nice 25 million plush house, lands his little helipad on his daily commute. All right for some, isn't it? So if you can see, I've tried to line up these planks of wood here where the bulk of the wood is on the blue pallet, so I've got maximum strength on the screw. Might have to screw in 2 or 3 just to get it up there, but I think if I can get this side in and then I can start on the other sides, yeah, that should be okay. I need to start somewhere. One of the issues I'm already running into is some of them are not lined up properly and they have a bigger gap, so I'm actually going to need a bigger screw in some places that basically is taking more or less weight than other screws, which I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not, but I'm not really planning to move this around a lot once it's in one place, so I might have to be just careful when transporting. Exactly as suspected. Look, basically it's coming undone. I'm gonna have to try and find another way around this. Well, I'm not going to say it's my proudest work, but I'm trying to make sure that it's about as sturdy as it can be. That one only did the job in 1 screw. This one has required 5 and it's still not as sturdy. So I'm just basically going to do that side, which does match up, but the problem is I've got this piece of wood blocking my access to this piece of wood, which is where the big base is. I really didn't think this through, did I? Honestly, when you start a little bit of a small piece of work, it always ends up being so much more difficult than you imagine. But had a bit of a brainwave here. Some scrap pieces of wood. If I can get these screwed in to the bottom of the pallet and then screw into these, that should make it a little more sturdy. And so I've got a pile of these offcuts which my father-in-law provided me with from some work that he was having done at his house. So I'm going to try and do this because I think that might be a better way, because as you can see this pallet is ripped to shreds, and that middle one is probably the most important one to screw into. Jesus, I've been bitten by a nettle on my freaking knee. It's really itchy. Yeah. Bloody hell, that's hot. Oof. Why do they tell you this thing gets hot? Yeah, it's literally burning the wood through. That explains why it's hot. Ah, Jesus. That bit's just fallen down. Ah! So this is a public service announcement. Never buy a Makita drill set. As you can see, I was drilling through wood, not kryptonite. That literally went almost straight through my bloody hand. Look, there you go. It's ridiculous. That was a top quality set as well. Imagine if I'd bought one of the cheap shit. Right, all of these are reasonably solid now. As you can see, the only thing left to do is drill into these from the back end, and hopefully we'll have ourselves a pretty solid side. And then when it comes to this side, I can just basically drill into this one over here, put one over here in the middle and one on the other side. So I shouldn't need too many of these blocks. To be fair, all the other pieces I've got are quite thick and long, so yeah. I'm very tempted to make a joke there, but I'll not do it. Family audience. Right, I think we're done with this side. Now, since university, I've always done this on anything I've made. I call it the kick test. Yeah, that should do the job. Survived a couple of booting from some wellies. I think we should be all right. So, we're going to have to call it a day here, because this thing, decided to come back to life. Oh no, it hasn't. We're out of battery. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave this up with 2.5 sides on, which is going to be pretty embarrassing, to be honest, considering the fact that anyone who walks past is going to be like, oh look, this guy gave up halfway through. So yeah, number 46, plot 46, the guy who only gets half of the work done any time and then probably goes home and doesn't come back for another week. So that's a reputation I'm going to have to live with on here. Yeah, disappointing really. I really wanted to finish this off today, but doesn't look like it's going to happen anymore. So right, tomorrow's another day. If I can manage to escape the kids, I will be back on here trying to get the last of this pallet up, and also try and do the composting heap. So I'll keep you tuned.